This is the Dallas Morning News. It's Monday, February 10th. Cloudy with rain throughout the day and not much fluctuation in the temperature. The high will be 47 with a low of 44. The rain will continue this evening with a chance of a thunderstorm. Here are today's headlines. For 13 months, other than within high-level Mavericks meetings, few in Dallas have heard this side of Patrick Dumont. Dumont's comments in an interview with the Dallas Morning News are his first since the Mavericks shocked the basketball world by sending Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers as part of a blockbuster trade that brought 10-time All-Star forward Anthony Davis to Dallas. Dumont, who stands behind the trade, says the backlash was anticipated. His tone and messaging to the news, and by extension fans, showed a dimension of his persona that had not publicly surfaced since his family's purchase of the franchise's majority interest in December of 2023. Though he never raised his voice, his words at times were fiery, passionate, and blunt, including when asked about an unsubstantiated and implausible narrative that has gained legs in the trade's aftermath. Dumont said, quote, "The Dallas Mavericks are not moving to Las Vegas. There is no question in that. That is the answer, unequivocally. The Dallas Mavericks are the Dallas Mavericks, and they will be in Dallas." End quote. The Mavs got some bad news over the weekend, though. They could be without their newly acquired star for a handful of games. According to the Mavericks injury report late Sunday afternoon, Davis has a left abductor strain. He is expected to miss multiple weeks, according to a person familiar with Davis's status. He left the court during the third quarter of Saturday's win over Houston. Prior to leaving, he had an impressive 26-point, 16-rebound, 7-assist performance. Davis accounted for 3 of the team's 18 blocks, a new franchise record. The Mavericks improved to 28-25, while the Rockets lost their 6th straight game and dropped to 32-20. In other news, the Tarrant County Sheriff's Office has notified the public of the year's first in-custody death at the county jail Saturday. The inmate, whose identity has yet to be reported publicly by the county medical examiner's office, died at John Peter Smith Hospital 2 days after attempting suicide. The 36-year-old man is one of nearly 70 people who have died in custody at the jail since Tarrant County Sheriff Bill Waybourn took office in 2017. Waybourn has previously pushed back on criticisms about these deaths, saying many were from natural causes. The man was booked into the jail Tuesday after being arrested for a parole violation out of Palo Pinto County, as well as failure to register as a violent sex offender. During the intake process, detention officers noted behavioral concerns, and the man was referred to My Health, My Resources of Tarrant County, a mental health service provider, for further assessment. The man was subsequently cleared by MHMR. And the Trump administration's proposed 25% tariffs on Mexico and Canada have been delayed, but a government economist warns that Texas will be in the line of fire if they are eventually put in place. Pia Orrenius, vice president and senior economist at the Federal Reserve Bank of Dallas, described the coming year as a balancing act between headwinds and tailwinds. She spoke on Friday at the institution's Economic Outlook event. On one hand, Orrenius cited the palpable optimism within the business community for potential deregulation and lower taxes that would bolster growth. But on the other, tariffs, lower immigration, and government spending cuts could hinder growth. Long before Mexico usurped China as the number one importer to the U.S., it was Texas's biggest trading partner, and that relationship continues to this day. Orrenius said her team had done a back-of-the-envelope calculation into what a 25% tariff on Mexico could do to the Texas economy and found a 15 to 30% decrease in GDP growth. Thanks for listening. For more on today's stories and the latest breaking news, visit dallasnews.com. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more from the Dallas Morning News.